Hey everybody, it's Katie. It is nap time, chat time. Been a while. This is a root beer edition. I was all set up to do August, like an 8-month update for August, and then he was fussing and like begging me to put him down for a nap, which always blows my mind because still, in her 3 years of life, Alice has never once like voluntarily taken a nap. I'm so lucky to have August, who will be like, "Oh, I'm good. I'm pretty tired. Can you put me down now?" So he's having a rest. It's pretty quiet around here because Alice is at summer camp. So that is big news around here. She has, if you're new to my channel, I work 2 mornings a week. So Alice has been going to daycare since she was about 18 months old, I believe. Just a little daycare program for 4 hours twice a week, right? She was getting really bored there. Alice had she had a really tough month, the month before she turned 3. Her birthday was June 26th, so the month previous to that was just really hard. I actually remember the month before she turned 2 also being really hard, so maybe it was just like a developmental thing, like she was, you know, just flushing out a lot of stuff for herself. But man, the past month was just about as challenging as they come, I think, or as we've experienced so far. Actually, I can tell you a funny story. Alice pretty recently got the movie Frozen. I know it's old news for everybody else, but for us it's still new, and like that's what she wants to watch every day and stuff. She's a little bit obsessed. And the past few times that she's gotten like really mad at me or at Mike, you know, sometimes she needs to take a break, and she like, we don't do timeouts or whatever, but she'll choose when she needs to take a break. So there's been a couple times when she's been like, you know, really angry and like screaming and stuff, and has been like, I'm gonna take a break. And she's like left the room to go to her room and calm down or whatever. And then she's come back and done this like hand motion, and she says, "Snow monster." So if you've seen the movie, you know that she is trying to like conjure a giant snow monster to sick on us or something. Kind of crazy, but I don't know, points for creativity. We got a good laugh out of that one. So anyway, so Alice is at camp. Basically, we felt like she needed a change, that she was too bored at the daycare that she was at. So a few weeks ago, we went and looked at various preschools that we are possibly considering for the fall if we're still here. We looked at just a few places like of different, you know, had different kind of philosophies and different approaches and different kind of environments. And one way we thought we would kind of try out and see what type of setting she would enjoy the most or do the best in is to like send her for just a week or 2 in the summer and kind of get a feel for it. So she has just started that this week. We're only a couple days in. So far it seems to be pretty positive. She is really excited about packing her lunch and getting her little backpack ready the night before and picking out her clothes. She's excited in the morning to get dressed and to get in the car and get there. So I take that as a good sign so far. Alice is a super social kid. She really loves to be around other children. She needs a lot of kind of stimulation, and I mean, the reality is that I just am not able to give her the kind of, I don't know, the sort of, what's the word, like forethought. I'm not able to put the amount of thought and planning into things that she would like as I used to. I used to like, you know, dream up activities and like spend a couple hours at night getting something ready for the next day. And, you know, most of those things that I did were like a really big hit, like some kind of new activity or some kind of Pinterest idea or something. And I just don't have the energy. I just don't have the time or anything right now. So we've really been seeing that in her behavior. She just seems cooped up and bored, and she doesn't get enough social interaction in just sort of our day-to-day. So I'm really trying to see this time as like a positive thing for her, you know, to have some new experiences, for us to figure out maybe what kind of preschool program she will go into in a couple of months. And also definitely a really good thing for August, because he and I do not get any one-on-one time actually, or, you know, very little. When he gets one-on-one time with Mike while I'm at work, but pretty much, you know, when Alice is in daycare, I'm at work, and then I pick her up on my way home and come back, and I'm pretty much always with both kids at the same time. It has been interesting, just the past couple of days, only having him to do, like run errands and stuff. Everything seems so easy with just one baby. When I signed her up for the camp, we were like a little bit of the weird family for a second, or I was the weird mom or whatever, because you know, all the paperwork I had to turn in, one of the things was like a photo release, like yes, you can take photos of my kid and put them on Facebook and put them in your promotional materials or whatever, or not. And I signed not, and I handed over my paperwork, and you know, the director like looked through everything and was like, oh great, and we can take pictures and you share the pictures. And I said, no, I actually, you know, I marked no. Like, oh, so we can use her pictures? It's like, no. Like, Mike and I were on the same page with that, you know, like, let's just not share photos, whatever. I don't know, are we alone on that? So moving on, there is no update on our move, our potential move or anything like that. I keep reading articles saying like 10 reasons to move to Cleveland and like why Cleveland is great for young families and all this stuff. And Mike and I are both like really excited about all these things. Like we're excited about places to go and restaurants and like things to do. And we've totally like drank the Cleveland Kool-Aid, but there's no like financing coming through. There's no job, you know? It's like, okay, we're there. Like you sold us. We want to move, like give us a job. Mike has been like following up on, you know, jobs that he applied for that was told he would get interviews for, and like he hasn't heard anything. He's been like trying to like, you know, wake people up there. But I don't know, there's just not a whole lot happening. I know some of you guys on my last like kind of move update mentioned that you were also looking for jobs in Ohio, different parts of Ohio, and it is just really tough right now. So I don't know, I'm glad we're not the only ones, although maybe we're each other's competition. I don't know. You know, people say like everything happens for a reason. I actually don't really believe that. It's just not something I like feel. But I do believe in just continuing to work at something that you want, and you know, keep making decisions, and you know, having a goal in mind, and eventually you get there, or you get something like it. So we're keeping at it. One last thing, August is just about grown out of all of the boy clothes hand-me-downs, and I've gone through like Alice's old stuff that I hung on to, and almost none of it, you know, from this point forward, from like a 9-month or 12-month size going forward, is very wearable. So especially since we didn't know if he was going to be a boy or girl before he was born, he has really like no clothes. So I'm needing to like start getting some boy clothes for him, and I just have to say, I think almost everything I see is so ugly or super expensive. So on the really high end, there's things that I think are like really attractive, but you know, the more budget friendly stuff is just really ugly. Like everything has some stupid like saying on it, or I don't know. So that's my question to other parents of boys out there. What are your sort of budget friendly favorites, especially if you like things that are just more, I don't know, plain basic, neutral, you know, not like big brand stuff, not characters, anything like that, you know? Okay, that's my question. That is everything for today. Adios.